You are now listening to The Block with your host, Stefani Love, and yours truly, Blac, on KoolaRadio.com. Let's go.
Blah, blah. Everything is everything for cheesy. Blah, blah. You probably done it all, homie, believe me. Blah, blah. We made the impossible look easy, but cheesy. I'll never leave my block, my niggas need me.
It's my co-host, Blizzardy Blac. What's up, Blac?
What's up with it?
All right, so you're now tuned in to The Block. Every Saturday we stream live 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Shout out to the listeners that are joining this live stream. Remember to share, like, comment. You never know. I do have a giveaway today for a mother. So go ahead, be active in this live stream today by sharing, commenting, even calling in, and I'll be choosing one mother to win a free full detail car wash. It includes a wax, shampoo, a wash, like I said, just a total detail provided by start to finish detailing services. So tune in, share this live feed, tell your friends to join this show today. We have a great show, great topics. Remember, we stream live not only on Facebook, but YouTube, Twitch, and also the internet radio side, KoolaRadio.com.
And don't forget to call in 214-267-8320. 214-267-8320.
Again, guys, we do have special guests coming in the building. We have Blueski Blue and also Jay Champ. They will be joining us sometime throughout the show, so make sure you stay tuned for those exclusive interviews because they're going to be fire. Anything else?
That's it. Shout out to the winner of the last contest, Rolo Pruitt. When he went to the Texas Rangers game, got the all-you-can-eat buffet and stuff like that. Had a good time. So shout out to you. Hey, if y'all listen and share and comment and interact with us, you know, we give away stuff. So he enjoyed that. Y'all do what he did and get what you get.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump into our first topic. I got this one out the way with. Hopefully this is the last time we talk about this young man. However, Kanye goes to TMZ Live. The other day, he went to TMZ, did a live interview. By now, you've seen the clips of Kanye saying he feels 400 years of slavery was a choice made by African Americans, and revealing he'd been hooked on opioids after undergoing liposuction. Also, I don't know if you guys saw the live video that the Crip, Daz Dillinger, put out, calling out all Crips to attack Kanye. He says don't kill him, but attack him, beat his ass for his comments that he is making, that he has been making in the last week or so. So we're going to play our first clip, and then we'll come back in and get our discussion started.
Based on what you've just said here, it sounds to me you got precisely the reaction you wanted by wearing that hat.
I didn't want a reaction.
You wanted a reaction.
No.
You knew there was going to be a reaction.
I knew there was going to be a reaction, but I'm just living my life day by day, doing what I feel and what the Spirit calls upon me to do.
But it also opens up this dialogue that you're not apologizing, because everybody else, when they make a statement like that, they end up apologizing because they're so worried about what people say on social media.
Well, you know why when I went to visit him the first time, right
after the election.
Yeah, and I took the tweets down and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was drugged the fuck out, bro. I was drugged out. I was on opioids. 2 days after I got off of opioids, and I was addicted to opioids, 2 days I got off of opioids, I'm in the hospital.
All right, so there you hear from Kanye himself saying that he was hooked on opioids after undergoing liposuction, which was a choice, Kanye. However, he is very expressive in this interview, and we'll get into another clip where Kanye says that he is stating how he feels, and it's okay to do that. So, Blac, according to this clip and all of the stuff that has been released about Kanye in the last week, how are you feeling? We want to specifically focus on the comment that was made that 400 years of slavery was a choice made by African Americans. Do you agree with that?
Of course not. I don't agree with that at all. Like, when he came back and kind of explained it, what he tried to explain was that it's not the actual chains and shackles, you know what I'm saying? It's the mentality being recycled, staying in the same slave mentality, making them think, thinking like they want you to think is what I'm trying to say, my bad. But, his delivery on an approach to trying to say all that is ludicrous. And like I said last week, he's a clown. Like, he's a very smart man, and I feel like this is a business move as well, but he's a very smart man. He flies a little off the handle, and sometimes it doesn't fall in his favor. Or maybe it does. Maybe it will fall in his favor when he drops these CDs and everybody's like, oh, let's listen. But that song was dope. You heard it? He got a song with T.I. where they're going back and forth. I liked it.
No.
You didn't listen to it?
I listened to it, but I'm not here for anything that Kanye. The only thing that Kanye can say to me at this point is, I am sorry. He can issue a public apology, but even then, I think that he's done enough damage. I think it's very insensitive, like I said last week, to use our culture at his expense when he knows that there are tons of struggles that we as Black people face. And we're going to get into another clip where Van from TMZ made a very good point, and I'm so proud of Van for speaking up, because he basically just took the words right out my mouth. It's easy for Kanye to have his opinion about slavery and shit, but Kanye, you don't have to live the life like the normal Black people have to live, where
of course not.
You get stopped by the police officers, you have no gun, you're gunned down, you're killed. There's plenty of things that we as regular people face as Black people that he will never have to experience, because he is a celebrity. He makes a lot of money, and really a lot of white people back him up. So I think it's just, at the end of the day, it's very insensitive. I do not agree that slavery was a choice, because when you say slavery was a choice, then you're saying that all of the women who were raped by white men was their choice. All of the men who were lynched from a tree was their choice. That wasn't their choice. If they had the ability to leave slavery, I think that those people would have, but I strongly believe that that was beyond their control. They had no other alternative but to be. You couldn't vote. You couldn't sit in a restaurant with normal white. There's a lot of things that was not our choice.
Absolutely, it wasn't. The mentality staying the same is a choice, but the actual thought of slavery, no, it's not a choice, not at all. Like I said, his delivery was all wrong, and I'm with you on this. Like, as far as what Van said, like, he came from a real perspective, like, hey, yeah, I'm a radio host, but I still live a regular life, whereas you don't have to buy no damn plane ticket or nothing. You just say, hey, fuel up the jet and I want to go here. You don't have to worry about shit like that. So you can't really speak for all Black people, especially when you're in the upper 1%, right, and act like, the other 99% is gonna absolutely feel what you're saying, or see where you're coming from, because you're coming from a different place. You're not coming from the same place.
Right. Let's get into Van's response to Kanye. I think it was very powerful. I think everyone needs to hear it if you haven't heard it by now. But we're going to go ahead and play this clip, and then we'll come right back into this topic.
Do you feel that I'm being free and I'm thinking free?
Yes.
I actually don't think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought. And the reason why I feel like that, because Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? That's fine. I'll combat your free thought with my free thought because mine is grounded in a reality that I have been given and a reality that I'm going to change, but I'm not going to do it by pretending that the enemies are on the same team as me. And frankly, I'm disappointed, I'm appalled, and brother, I am unbelievably hurt by the fact that you have morphed into something, to me, that's not real.
Van for president. That's all I have to say.
For president, though?
Yeah, he's probably a lot smarter than Trump. However, that's my opinion.
Hey.
I do love the way he said that Kanye has been morphed into something that is basically, it's not recognizable to me as an African American. I don't know if I believe, I don't know what I believe. I don't know if I believe that Kanye is dealing with some mental issues or if he's just speaking how he honestly feels. I just can't put a name on it. It's every time something comes out that he says regarding this particular topic or how he's trying to call out the Black African American culture, I'm always baffled of his insensitivity to his own culture.
And I feel like you can see how insensitive it was because I had somebody actually come up to me last night talking about what y'all talking about on the show. I say, well, I'm not going to tell you just watch the show, but just know we are going to talk about Kanye. He was like, oh, that shit insulted me. Yeah. He's not even black. Like, he's not even black, and he was like, that's insulting. Why would you say that, especially about your own kind? Like I said, delivery was horrible. The message behind it might have been enlightening to some people, if you can, you know, get that message that he's trying to deliver out, but the way that he delivered it was not great at all. Not great at all.
Yes, I do agree. Shout out to everybody that is tuning in right now. Shout out to Ronnie West, Vicious in other words. Shout out to Kiana, Koya Love. Shout out to Coco. Shout out to Ashley. Thank you all for tuning in to this show. You could have been anywhere else, but what did you do? You chose to be with the Block this morning. And what better way to start off a beautiful Saturday? Oh, I do want to say happy Cinco de Mayo Day. I mean, this is the day.
Yeah, I was supposed to talk in Spanish on this show.
Hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien. Fecha de semente, tu teléfono, su dirección. I don't know what I said.
I was about to say, what did you just say?
I didn't say a lot. I said a lot. I know what I said because I speak it at work.
Oh, well, I was just asking if you knew what you said because I knew what you said too.
So I put in my coconut bundles, my wet and wavy, so I could look a little.
Okay, that's racist.
That's what they say. So shout out to my Hispanics, my Puerto Ricans, my Mexicans, my essays, my chulos, my putos, putas, all of y'all. Thank y'all. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I appreciate y'all. We have all types of culture on the block. We support all cultures. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're blue. And we got somebody named Blueski Blue coming in the building today. So stay tuned for that. We're going to go ahead and jump into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Put your margarita signs up and emojis up if you're going to be drinking margaritas all night. Blow up my comment section. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a commercial, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. You're listening to The Block with your girl, Stefani Love, on Villa Koola Radio.
A positive vibe will push you to truly strive, push you beyond the limits you set for yourself inside. Positive thinking complete with positive word. The brokenness in the hood, me and you must repair. My only enemy is negative energy. It's like a sickness, but PVO is the remedy. We stay awoke and never ignore the obvious. I'm selling hope. When you see me, you know it's positive.
Good afternoon, hustlers. This your boy Roger Rose. Be sure to check out Roger's Logic album review every Friday live from 1 to 2 on Facebook.com on the Hip Hop Across the Board fan page. You can also check it out on VillaCoolaRadio.com. You can also check that thing out on YouTube. We about to dig into these Dallas albums and we're gonna rate them on the 5-mic scale. It's about to get real interesting. Holla at your boy.
Stefani Love from the Bloc. Be sure to catch me and my co-host Blizzity Black every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Catch us live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and also your one and only VillaCoolaradio.com. Every week, we're sure to provide you with raw, hilarious, and uncut discussions, and also exclusive interviews from local artists. Class is now dismissed. That was good.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces, bracelets, and more. So go show Miss Lisa Turner some love and support. Check her out on Facebook at LTurner88, on Instagram at Lisa Turner, or hit up her website at paparazziaccessories.com.
What's up, world? You're listening to VillaCoolaradio.com. Tell your friends.
All right, guys, we're back. We're back.
We're black.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all see my tacos and avocados and sombreros and margaritas. That's how I want y'all to light up the comment section. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day again, guys. For those who are tuning in, listen, we're giving away for Mother's Day. We're doing a Mother's Day giveaway today. You have the chance to win a full detailed car wash from start to finish, detailing services. So ladies, at any time during the show, the first mother, or you may not even be a mother, you may want to get your mother a gift. If you want your mother to have her car detailed for Mother's Day, or even if you are a mother and you want to get your car detailed for Mother's Day and be riding clean, call in. The first caller will be the winner of the free full detailed car wash. Hit us up, let us know you want it, and it's yours. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Jamaica. Thank you, Absolute. Thank you, Trend, for tuning in. Good morning to everyone. We're gonna go ahead and jump into another discussion. Haddish.
I'll say Haddish.
I think it's Haddish.
I say Haddish.
Haddish expresses her aggravation at the airport, guys. About a week ago, Haddish expressed her aggravation, and while she and her friends were loading their SUV, a male reporter just stood there and watched. Once the women was finished, guys, guess what? The reporter wanted an interview. Tiffany Haddish felt some type of way. She thought that it was just disrespectful. Let's get into her clip real quick so you can really see how Miss Haddish really felt.
TMZ standing there like with the camera.
Mad at us, like super mad at us. Her name is Tiffany Haddish, big actress. You may have heard.
Yeah,
comedian. She.
Some might say the darling of Hollywood, one of the fastest rising stars we've seen in a while.
And we love her. Yeah. And you know, it's like we do. Well, honestly, I thought she was always fantastic. She got so angry at us this weekend, and so we thought we'd show you this. So our camera guy was at LAX and watched Tiffany and her friends load up an SUV with luggage that they brought. They had just landed. And then went up and asked some questions. Tiffany did not take well to that. All
right, guys, so there you have it. Haddish went off. Hilarious. That's all I have to say. Haddish states that growing up, my mother and the men in my life showed me what I should be expecting of a man. Some of those things consisted of respect, loyalty, and of course, manners. Black, how do you feel? Do you think that her point is justified?
I mean, of course her point is justified. I'm a gentleman. So, like, her point is justified. Now, I'm pretty sure he didn't see it like that. He saw it as him just trying to do his job and didn't want to interfere with what they had going on. Because, you know, rich people can be very picky about who's touching their luggage or, you know, stuff like that. He just wanted an interview and he didn't want to get in their way. He wanted to wait till he felt like it was the opportune time to say, hey, can I get an interview?
Right. And then he is TMZ, so he probably has ran into some people that kind of like went off on him because he was even just in the area. I could see why he would not help because, yes, he was on the job. But I do believe that manners are very important, whether it's your girl or not. If you see a woman, I mean, how hard is it for you to just say, hey, let me assist you or let me help you out? I don't believe chivalry is dead. I think that it's still alive. It's just some people, even women, lack it. However, she does have a point, but I think if she expects this out of everyone, she's gonna always be disappointed. She can't expect everyone to live up to the way that she was brought up. Everybody doesn't do like you do, Tiffany.
I mean, I get it. Like, I don't think chivalry is dead. I'm a very chivalrous person myself, but it's just like I said, he was doing his job, so you can't really fault him. I mean, you said it was women. I'm thinking like a few of y'all, and men don't like to approach women in groups anyway, for the most part. Like, y'all be ready.
Don't the airports have like their own bag?
Yeah, they should have a bag boy.
Yeah, that could have helped. Like, you're a celebrity too. Why are you loading your own bag? I don't know. That's another subject. But hey,
that point.
Like, I think that I hate to say that her expectations are high, because it's just fucked up that we have to say that. But like I said, you can't expect for everyone to just think like the way that you think. It's the right thing to do. It's the respectful thing to do, and it is manners. However, everyone either like that or just doesn't think.
And then he still stayed around because he really wanted the interview. Now he looks like a creep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't ask me, could you help me with the bags? Yeah. I told you no. Now you just still standing here watching me do the bags, and then you're gonna ask me for an interview. No, you don't think that's a little much?
I can't say if he would come off as a creep though, but I mean, maybe to some people, but it wouldn't come off as a creep to me, because if he came up to me and wanted to help assist with the bags and I told him no, that's because that's my preference or whatever. Who knows what's in my bag? I might have a gun, I might have some coke, some some pounds.
But like, once you say,
I mean, so I might not want everyone touching my bag, but however, I don't think that I would look at him as a creep. I would just think that he's just being a gentleman.
Once you say no and he doesn't move around, like he's just
but
still
then
watching you.
He should have like a TMZ badge on or something, so I would know he's probably sticking around.
Well, maybe so, but I'm just thinking, like, I get it. Like, she wanted some help. She could have asked him for help too, which I feel like, you know, she shouldn't have to, but she could have asked him like, hey, you mind helping us with these bags? We're having a hard time. He could have definitely asked her, hey, do y'all need help? But I still feel like he would have been put in an awkward situation had she said no.
So you're saying that we should ask him?
No. I'm just saying that, like, I see both sides of the fence on this one.
I see both sides. I see why he wouldn't help. And then, I mean, I see if that's the way she's brought up, that's her expectation in men. And, hey, if that's what you expect, you always stick to it. You don't waver from it.
See, now, it would have been different if he would have just sat there and watched them and then been like, hey, yo, you cute. Can I get your number? That would have been
approach.
Okay, now he has no.
It would have been rude. Now, it would have been real rude if he sees them struggling and he just bombards them and be like, hey, I need a photo. I need an interview.
Yeah, that too.
Like, dude, you don't see me loading up my bags? But he at least waited. Wasn't that? Yeah. To me, that was polite enough, right?
Yeah.
So
Bloc is so high, we setting off alarms in this thing.
But while we're talking about chivalry, manners, loyalty, and respect, guess what time it is, guys? It's some fly shit time.
It's the Bloc, and this is that fly shit.
We just some young fly niggas.
All right, guys, guess what? Is there a safe way to escape the friend zone? Ooh, juicy. I actually came across this topic because we were discussing it at work. So I decided to say, hey, there are probably some people that's trying to get out of friend zone and get into relationship zone. So I'm going to tell you a safe way to escape it so you don't come off creepy, so you don't ruin a friendship and things like that. So you want to go from buddy to boyfriend? Here's how to assess the situation and carefully attempt that tricky transition. Building a friendship first is the best way to start a relationship. There's something incredibly amazing and sweet about a guy willing to put in that sort of time before making the gradual move from friends to something more. There is that one bump in the road when you want to make a leap from friends to flame. It's hard getting out of the friend zone. We know that. But guys, let's just talk for a minute. I'm gonna give you a couple of tips of how you can get out the friend zone and do it safely. All right. All right. So number one is get outside opinions. So try to invite that girl around more with your friends and when you're hanging out so that your friends can also observe her and you can get their opinions whether they feel like she's into you or whatnot. Because you don't want to go into it and try to get out of friend zone and girl ain't never felt you more than just a friend. So you kind of like need outside opinions to help you get from the next step to the next step, okay? That's very important. Number two, maybe drop a couple of hints to her. You know that it's time to escalate the friendship. You're wanting to escalate the friendship to a relationship and try new things with her. So you may want to throw little hints, like when you're conversating, you may want to pose hypothetical situations like, if we were a couple, I would blank. Or if I were to ask you out, I would blank. Women can gauge, you can kind of gauge her reaction off of that. And then I'll let you know if you should proceed any further. Number three is go for it. If the sign points to yes, lay a kiss on her. I don't know about that. But hey, some men may be very confident, and if it works for you, if everything is pointing to yes, that the girl is feeling you, maybe a kiss is appropriate. I don't know. That's kind of like a slippery slope. But however, try not to do it while you're drunk.
Don't be looking at me when you say that.
Try to do it when it's a remotely clear-cut scenario. You don't want to be creepy and try to lay a kiss on her. And then there's other ways that you can just go for it. Like hold her hand when y'all are out. Try grabbing her hand. Maybe if she holds onto your hand a little tighter, that may let you know that she's possibly wanting to get out of friend zone too. You agree? So
I feel like just don't get too deep in the friend zone for the beginning.
Do what?
Don't get too deep in the friend zone in the beginning.
Why not? You have to be friends before you build a relationship.
you don't get into the friend zone. There's a difference between friend and friend zone.
No.
Friend zone is like too close to like it's a barrier. Anybody that I have been in a relationship with, it has always started off as friends. So and that to me, that's considered friend zone. That would be just like a female that I'm friends with. If I'm feeling her and I possibly want to, I mean, she's still in friend zone, but I gotta approach her to see if we can go to. So it's just regardless, friend zone to me is friend zone. It's possible to be in a relationship with a friend you've been friends with for 15 years. I'm just saying. I feel you.
So, all right, and that was your fly shit. We do have our special guest in the building. We'll be right back. Let's go into a quick video.
It's the Bloc, and this is that fly shit.
We just some young fly niggas.
You already know you listening to The Bloc with your boy Blac on VillaCooleradio.com.
to Stefani Love and Blizzardy Black on the block. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to James Fowler, Brianna Reed, Aaron Reed. Thank you guys for tuning in. But right now, we're going to go ahead and get into an exclusive interview. In the building is our boy Jay Champ. What's up, Jay Champ?
Everything's beautiful, man. How y'all doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Super producer. Oh, okay. We were a little delayed on the video. I saw you in the camera, your head. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this interview. The video that you did just see, Family Feud. I'm sorry, the song that you heard, Family Feud. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong one. Sorry.
Shout out to Kobe Savage.
Shout out to Kobe Savage. Jay Champ.
Man.
Speak to our listeners. Tell them where you're from, what you're doing out here. Just let them know a little bit about you.
All right. Well, my name is Jay Champion. For those that don't know, I was born down here in Texas, raised in California, and just for the last few years been trying to make my mark out here in Texas. At the same time, we started our movement, Men's League, down here in Texas. And so far, we expanded as far as Men's League Africa, Men's League India, and Men's League Italy.
Oh.
And, we're just trying to keep everything growing. Got a drink in the store and at Daiquiri Daddy's Cafe. And, we're just building.
All right. Black, you got anything for Jay Champ? And then, Jay Champ, introduce who you have with you.
Yes, absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm going to introduce themselves.
Oh, what's up, man? Zozo Regal, aka Young Handsome Prince. I'm from Arizona, a little town, nothing major over there. Came down here probably about like a month ago, and just got it started. Glad to be a part of the Menace League. Great vibe, positive vibe. Everybody's doing their part, A1, and we got some stuff coming, so stay tuned. Let's get it.
All right.
Your boy CIA, Nick CIA, Texas made, Texas stayed, more from South Texas. I moved up here when I was 3 to the funk. Been here ever since. Hooked up with the Champ about 4 months ago. Hit it off, whatever, showed her some of my music, and then from there it's all history. And so we just in it trying to win. Got some new stuff coming soon. Some new clothing lines on my part. Bleeding Hearts, and we just doing our thing right now.
All right.
So y'all just been together quite recently, within the last year.
As far as me and Nick, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So how long you been doing all of this?
For a few years, man. As far as Men's League, since 2013.
Gotcha.
2013 we've been doing that, but before that, the love of hip hop has been, for a long time before, was going to a real studio out there freestyling and trying to get them bars up, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. I ain't got no bars. I just got a few 100 songs.
That's bars.
Hey, they bars. They might be melted bars, but they bars. So, what's your next major project?
Right now, man, we're working on our group project. It's called the Fuck You album.
The Fuck You album.
Yeah. So, really to touch on that, man, the name of it says a lot, but outside of that, you just gotta listen to it to really hear everything that's going on with that. We got visuals and everything coming, One of the songs that, actually 2 of the songs that'll be playing today, one of them's a song, and one of the little video reels that you'll get to see is like 2 songs off of that, just to kind of give you a taste of some of the feeling that you'll get off of that. As far as the vibe.
Got you.
All right. Thank you, Jay Champ. Also, okay, so you're from Dallas. I didn't hear that part. I don't have on my headphones neither.
I live in Fort Worth.
Okay, but so how do you feel about the music industry here in Dallas? What's your overall opinion about it? Do they support you? Are you getting a lot of support? From what I see, it looks like you do. So
yeah, man, I get a lot of love out here. I remember when I first did my shows out here in Dallas, they were like, "Well, in Dallas you get no love. Dallas don't show no love." I've never ever felt that. Every time, same time I came out, it's been nothing but love, nothing but the red carpet treatment, just love out here. So Dallas supports.
Okay,
love it.
And then who are some artists? They could be, famous celebrities or even just local artists. Who are some artists that inspire you and that you look forward to possibly collaborating with?
As far as a major artist right now, I really like that dude Jonah Lucas.
Okay.
Nipsey Hussle.
Yes.
And let me see who else. Man, I mean he passed away, but I mean Stack Bundles, man. Shouts out to Stack Bundles, man. R.I.P. Stack. That was just somebody that really motivated a lot of my feeling as far as hip hop. You know what I mean? Dude was dope. But Nipsey, Hussle, and Jonah Lucas with the bars. It's nice storytelling. Independent artist, Kobe Savage, man.
Shout out to Kobe.
Yeah,
Shout out
he
Kobe
be on his
Savage,
grind, man.
PBO.
More the Soldiers. You know what? Mo 3, man. Mo 3 is dope as fuck.
See,
you
I
know
said
what I mean?
that.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, you're right. I love Mo 3.
I don't have a microphone, so I'm gonna speak up. One thing I really admire about you, J Champ, is your hustle, the business, the business side, your ethnic, the approach that you take to the business side of it.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I love your grind as far as that is concerned. You mentioned briefly a while ago you're about to come out with a drink.
Oh yes, sir. Actually, the drink's already out. It's called Minishling. You go to Daiquiri Daddy's Cafe in Fort Worth off Hewlin. It's a daiquiri drink. You get this cup to come with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's out there already. So if you want to go do it, go check it out. It's over there. You know what I mean?
And Daiquiri Dump is out there in the funk, right?
Daiquiri Daddy's, yeah, it's out there in Fort Worth. Yes, sir. We did a whole release party and all that on that. I mean, Kobe Savage actually went out there and performed there. Yeah, so yeah, it's dope. You thirsty? You want to feel good? You want to get something that's gonna make you feel right?
So what kind of alcohol does it have in it? It's an alcohol drink. So what does it have in it?
I don't know what their spices are. I just came up with the flavor mix.
Okay, so but is it like a vodka? Is it? You don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
I think yeah.
All right, we're gonna try it out. We'll find it, and it's like a daiquiri.
Sauce.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. So you really don't know what's all in there.
So I got one more question, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Right now, bro, has anybody told you look like a mixture between Kevin Gates and Eazy-E?
Man,
like
amount of people,
on life,
man,
bro. I was looking, I'm like,
Kevin Gates
yeah.
one.
I was like, bro, this nigga look like Kevin Gates in the front, Eazy in the back. You know what I'm saying? Well,
Yeah,
you got
man.
your hat and shit. That was my last question. That's all I
yeah,
wanted to know.
I heard that before, man, for sure.
Next video. Okay. All right. So, I'm sorry. I'm listening to them. Okay, so J Champ, tell our listeners where they can find you, and also you guys can take the opportunity. We love to follow people on social media, and then our listeners always love to follow our artists that we do bring on the show. So take a minute and tell them where they can find you at.
All right, on Facebook, J Champion. On Instagram, J Champion, and my website, jchampionmusic.com. Please subscribe. Shoot.
All right, on IG, you can find me on Zoda Hun. And on
You gotta talk. I know you trying to keep the deep voice because you trying to compete with me.
And then on
but
Facebook,
you gotta talk up though. I can't hear you.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
All right. All right. On Facebook, you can follow me on Champagne Alonzo, and that's about it.
That's about it.
Yes,
What
sir.
about you, CIA?
All right, man. On Instagram, it's Nick Vassos. Last name Cavazos. That's what CIA actually stands for.
Yeah.
Nick Cavazos in action. My dad came up with it just as a joke.
And it's stuck.
Yeah, it's stuck.
That'd be the best nicknames though.
Yeah, man. Like it was more on his truck company when we were kids, and then he was a big inspiration in my music. Started out R&B, like Luther Vandross, Boyz II Men, stuff like that. And I wrote poetry, and then that just combined, turned into hip hop. But Facebook is gonna be Nick CIA. You know what I mean? Just exactly how it's spelled.
Already.
N-I-C-K, and that's about it.
All right.
Cool.
Are y'all celebrating Cinco de Mayo?
You know I am.
I know you are. I know you are. Turn up.
Yeah, this ain't water. In the cup.
Man, the plan, as soon as we leave here, man, we're going to Fort Worth. We'll be outside of Jenny's, Meadowbrook, out there pushing shirts and music.
Okay.
So for anybody that's interested in getting into that, you can meet us out there. Like I said, Meadowbrook in front of Jenny's. We'll have, clothes, music, cups, the whole shebang. So meet us there. Shoot.
Shoot. Man, it's about his grind, man.
All right.
So what does
Love
that mean? That
That's my onomatopoeia. That's my little phrase.
Gotcha.
Can you know who it is without? Can I
No,
spell it?
I know. I feel you. Yeah. Can you spell it though?
CHEA.
Okay.
C-H-E-A.
Shoot.
I said the same thing.
All right. Well, I mean, I keep hearing the shit, and I don't know what it means. You know, people got calls, people got onomatopoeias, you know.
Got champ in the building, that's what it means.
Yeah, I'm trying to tag it with that. So when you hear that, like, where Champ at?
Already.
You know what I mean? So.
All right. Well, J Champ, we're getting ready to get into a video of yours, so we want to let you take the moment to introduce your video to our listeners.
All right, this right here is called "Minutes Till I'm Finished." It's coming on the new album, the Fuck You album. You know what I mean? So enjoy.
Enjoy. Shoot. Oh. Don't do it.
She said. You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Black on VillaCooleradio.com.
Niggas wanna ball, I blow my cash money. Always get the last laugh, homie. That's the price you pay for making fast money. Niggas talk about you wishing bad on you. Don't think I'm listening, taking tabs on me. Catch you slipping, that's your ass, boy. I snap my fingers, have a room, and niggas fucking pack you out and whip that ass for me. Demolish any nigga run up on me. Gives a fuck if it's a friend or phony. Niggas getting mad, get petty on me. Tryna put them folks and them laws on me. Probably told a nigga no the gas money. You say no, niggas act funny. Just reminiscing on some past moments. Fuck you, nigga. Don't ask me for shit. I'm asking questions, niggas hesitate to ask Google. All these Adderalls got me at my noodles. All these honey livers like I practice voodoo in the back of Ubers with a load of Ruger. About to hop out at the Vegas shooter. You hit Booka Booka, that's the cast of future. That's my nigga shooting bullets at you. Shoot your bullets, stretch you like it's Kama Sutra. And you laying dead, pants power poop. When I'm coming all set, I'm like I'm cuckoo. But I'm fucking smart as a Harvard tutor. I'm a moolah jewel guru. Every liberal dude is fucking vivid as a movie on the hook. Got some niggas out of Honolulu. Gotta pull up to you, put some bullets through you like. I've always been a menace. My grind ain't got a limit. Putting niggas out of business. Gotta get it, get it, get it. Yeah. Minutes till I'm finished, minutes till I'm finished, minutes till I'm finished. Shoot. Minutes till I'm finished, minutes till I'm finished, minutes till I'm finished. Shoot. I've always been a menace. My grind ain't got a limit. Putting niggas in their feelings. Gotta get it, get it, get it. Yeah.
Shout out. We're back. I couldn't say that shit. That's why I pointed at you.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
That's why I pointed at you. So we done found out what they did. I guess y'all gonna sit in for our next topic. Y'all want to hear our next topic? That what y'all gonna do?
Let's do it.
All right. We'll let y'all sit in for this topic so we can see different points besides ours. You feel me? Stefani Love, you want to kick it off?
Yes.
The best friend with the inmate.
All right, guys. So look, we got a juicy topic. There is a lady that is a mother and a best friend who's dealing with a situation. She says that her best friend of 20 years has been messing around with her 18-year-old son for a year now. Mom noticed that the son left his Facebook page open, and she's seen explicit messages and pictures of her son and her best friend. Nude photos had also been exchanged as well. She stated that she does not feel comfortable with having them in any type of intimate relationship because her best friend is married and has 4 children. She is afraid that this can have a very bad outcome. Black,
Man.
What's
Put
up?
yourself in mother's shoes. Be a mom for today, please.
I gotta be a mom for today.
What I
does
mean,
that
like,
mean?
how should she's asking us? How should she handle this? What should she do? Should she even say anything? Should she acknowledge that she knows?
I mean, he 18, right?
Right.
He is.
I don't know, bro. Like, I would say to talk to her son first. Let her son know, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. She got a whole husband and some kids, and if you get her pregnant, like, you can't take care of no baby and then try to be stepdaddy at the age 18 type shit. But then she might need to holler at her friend on some shit like, hey, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this is my son. What are you doing? But at the same time, he 18, so, I mean, as a father, I'd be like, look at you, play up.
Yeah. So, on that topic right there, most definitely I'll say because he's 18, yeah, for sure. And if she doing that, she must not be happy. So, I mean, you know, that's her outlet. That's what she doing. So, I mean, the mother most definitely should let them know, I know you left the page open. I know what's popping, so it ain't no secret shit. Here's my opinion. Do what you gonna do. Because they say you never pay attention to the nail when you hammer that you hit your thumb. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I'm most definitely be like, do your thing. Take this as a life lesson.
But what if she is happy? What if she is happy in her life, but she's not happy with the stamina or the submissiveness that she could get from an 18-year-old? Because if she's 40-something, he's 18, she's still his elder. So it's like, you do this, and he gonna be like, all right. Whereas her husband, maybe being 42, like, but you better do that shit your damn self. What you mean?
I mean, she
you
ain't happy.
He's not the only 18-year-old in the world, though.
Right.
You can find another
You choose
one.
her. You choose your best friend's son.
But she knows him the best. They're friends.
Lord.
She took him out the friend zone. She took him out the friend zone and was like, hey, come and get in this zone.
Yeah, the end zone. From the
Yeah,
friend zone to the end
from
zone.
the friend zone to the end zone. See, I told you my bars wasn't tight. I would have been able to do that if my bars was tight. Stephanie, what do you think?
In my opinion, if it was my son and my best friend, I would want to put a stop to it. I don't know if I could put a stop to it, but I would definitely have to. I wouldn't even go to my son first because he's 18. You know, he's horny. He's just being a teenager. He's being an 18-year-old. So I would approach my friend of 20 years and let her know, hey, look, you know, this could possibly turn out bad, where if your husband even finds out, she wouldn't be able to hang with me after 20 years anymore. Like, our friendship would end too. Are you willing to throw away a 20-year friendship to sleep with my 18-year-old when like he said, CIA said there's tons of other 18-year-olds.
See, but she can also say she was babysitting.
Nah, see, there you go. So that's my opinion. I would have to tell my friend, look, hands off my son. We can go find you an 18-year-old. If 18 is what you want, baby, we can go find you an 18-year-old somewhere else. But my son is off limits.
James made a great point. He was like, 4 kids and cheating on her current husband. My son deserves better than
Exactly,
that, I would
James.
think. And I get that if my son was trying to be in a relationship with her.
But do you not see, you're thinking like on the glitz and glamour level, but what if her husband really feels some type of way and wants to hurt your son?
Yeah, that's a problem.
Okay, so then you'll have a problem then when you could have just said, hey, I don't think that's good for you to do.
No. I would, like I said, I would acknowledge the situation and let them know. But I would try to coerce my son into not doing that. Like, I see what you're trying to do there, son, but at the same time, look, this is this man's wife. If you up in that lady house banging on her and he come through, he don't give a fuck. That rage is gonna take over him, and if he hurts you, I'm gonna have to hurt him. So now you're putting more than me in a more than you in a predicament. Consequences are not just you. They're everybody. They affect everybody that's around you. So with that being said, I try to steer him away. Like I know I would, but I mean it's kind of. I'd be like, son, that's kind of cool. You got your little cool good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't do that shit. You did it. Yeah, just on some shit like that. But realistically, like it's not healthy at all. Like it's a detriment to each and every relationship within that whole.
Yeah, and 18-year-olds are fertile, so
yeah,
his shot game is like A1 right now,
and his pull-out game might be weak.
His pull-out game is weak as fuck. So I just think that slippery slope, and in order to eliminate any pun intended, to eliminate any confusion, any drama, I just think that, like I said, there's tons of other fishes in the sea that both of them can choose from.
Right.
It doesn't have to be your best friend's son. So, hey, but to each his own. I don't know. You know,
Hey,
more
you know,
power
it
to
might,
her.
hey, they're best friends, and you know, best friends have dated each other's boyfriends before, and like it might be on some shit to where she sees so much of that boy's daddy in him that she never got to get a piece, and she wanted a piece, so she got the younger meat. You know what I'm saying? She could maybe he all out somewhere out state, and she decided that they look so much alike, and I'm sure he be playing football and basketball and stuff, and he know how to run a long time, so he got that stamina. And
like James said, she's a ratchet cougar, and yes, she is.
Mean, not all cougars are bougie or nice,
but this particular one is ratchet.
Hey, sometimes you need ratchets to fix shit. Ask a mechanic.
All right, guys, so that's enough of that. We're gonna go ahead and jump into some love and sex.
Let's talk love and sex.
All right, so this is your boy Black with Love and Sex. I'm gonna try to run through this, Stephanie, because I got a few suggestions from some of our listeners about what to talk about, and I'm just gonna pick two of them to talk about. Number one, disclaimer, please.
We promote love, safe sex, and marriage, and also quickies. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day.
Mucho abajo. What? Shit, I forgot. Okay, what I was saying is a listener said I should talk about rimming.
No.
Rimming, RIMMING.
Some shit is just off limits.
It's some nasty shit, but the listener said they wanted to hear it, so
one listener.
Here we go. Well,
one.
Hey,
Can we get a definition of what it is?
definition of rimming is when the tongue meets the rim of the asshole and protrudes.
So we
or
oh Jesus.
Okay, so yeah, rimming. Now I feel like when I wouldn't mind rimming a woman. Like I don't mind that. That's fine. I feel like it's borderline or at the line of gay to be rimmed. Like you start doing that sloppy toppy or whatever you're doing, you get to the taint, it's like hold on, but you get to the actual toot, like that's a problem. I feel like I'm gonna clinch up and throw you across the room. But there but there are straight men that I've heard have conversations and say that they enjoy that.
Straight men having conversation, I just can't. I can't.
I'm just saying, like,
I can't.
Don't even say all right.
Hey,
I can't.
I'm just saying that's just
Like
what
you're
it was.
willing to have a conversation about you letting someone.
I wasn't having a conversation with it.
I'm talking about them. I'm like,
oh, well, they was talking about crazy nights, whatever, in college and shit. But I'm just sitting there like, yeah, single than my too many margaritas. I was just sitting there like, yeah, no, I can't do it. So it's rimming.
Oh, you were engaged in the conversation.
I agree with you.
You agree with me?
Yeah.
Like it's not.
Like,
That's that line that you do not cross.
Yeah.
Okay, because at that point, even if it's with a woman, you are gay.
Like, don't do that.
My opinion. Here's my opinion. Now, I would do with my man that I would discuss. And then there's some things that I would do with my man in the bedroom that I wouldn't. It's just some things that a conversation isn't even needed anywhere. That would be between me. If I'm touching my man's ass, guarantee you I don't want nobody to know I'm touching my man's ass.
So how would you feel if y'all in the middle of the bedroom, like y'all in the middle of it, you just say lick my ass, like, or he send you a text like you gonna lick my ass tonight?
No, now see that's a little too. Who does that? Like,
yeah,
I want you to lick my ass.
Hey,
like,
look,
no.
Okay, so I know we only got 2 minutes. I'm gonna try to jump into the second topic.
Break time.
Another young lady said I should talk about threesomes with a girl and two dudes, and I'm good with a threesome with two women and myself. But if it's me and another
Typical
dude with a
man.
girl, like, you got to be in the front end while I'm on the back end, like, if that even happens. But you got to be on the front end while I'm on the back end, because we not trying to, do the shaka and then I can't do that. So what do you feel about threesomes with two dudes?
You don't have to comment. You can plead the fifth too.
I'll plead the fifth.
I mean, I'm just saying, like you and your partner with a chick.
Yeah.
You and your partner with a chick. Yeah, I mean,
No,
that's a threesome, I guess.
No. Like you said, not two dudes. I mean, train, like, we can flip the bitch. Like, I mean, not weekend, but they can flip the bitch in at a time, but like not at the same time.
So can your partner get some head while you banging her?
Nah, not me. You know
Okay,
what I mean? Not me.
I mean, I'm asking. I don't. People told me to talk about it. I'm talking about it. I don't like it. I don't need no other man in the room while I'm trying to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, do my business.
And like we said, we said, what happens in your bedroom, I think that stays in it. Let me just say that.
Well,
all right, that was Love and Sex. I'm gonna end that for y'all.
Appreciate it.
Let him end it. I'm gonna end it. Love and Sex.
Talk love and sex.
All right, so J Champ, we're gonna go ahead and let you introduce your next song. We're gonna play your song, so go ahead and introduce it.
This song right here is called Family Feud with Nick CIA. You know what I mean? Just some nice bars. It's just a Saturday. So tune in.
All right. Already.
Tell your friends.
All right, guys, we're back. That was a great interaction with J Champ, CIA, and what, Alonzo. Thank y'all for coming through. That was fire. Loved them. Hot shit out. Got some dope shit coming out. Go check out some daiquiris at Daiquiri Daddies in Fort Worth off of Hewlin, and go check out J Champ's drink. We're gonna have to definitely get out there one day, Blizzard Black.
Yeah, I'm about to check that out.
I know you're gonna get out there.
I'm about to check it out.
All right. Listen, guys, nobody has called in to yet claim this full detailed wash, wax, and carpet shampoo. Goddamn. Provided by start to finish detailing services, guys. Please, someone call in. You may be broke for Mother's Day weekend. And you don't want your wife or your mama to say that you a horrible black man for not getting them anything. So go ahead and call in.
And one more bit of piece of information on that, Steph.
Yes.
Is if I'm not mistaken,
Ricky the rapper. Shout out to Ricky the rapper.
All right, bro.
Gave us the detailing package. He will actually come to your house and detail your car.
See, conveyancing. He will even come. You could. Oh my goodness, there's so many things you could do with this free car detail. Your wife or your mama don't even have to know that a detailing service is getting ready to pull up in fully clean carpet, shampoo, wash, tires, all that shit right in front of the house.
Is it just for the moms, or can the dads call in
That's
too?
a whole nother. Yeah, I just said if you're a dad, you can call in because you need to get something for your mother or your wife or your sister or your daughter who may be a mother. So men can call in and get this gift and be able to give it to a young lady who is a mother, guys. So come on, call in, get this. I don't want to have to use it myself.
You don't want to have to use it yourself.
I can't use it myself because according to last week, we used the giveaways too. That's another subject. But all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into our next discussion.
Wait a minute, wait.
We are going to talk about the North Texas teenager terror suspect. Online chats land him on the FBI radar, guys. So one of the big questions from the alleged terror plot against the Stonebriar Center Mall in Frisco is how the teen ended up on FBI's radar. Police affidavits describe online chats between 17-year-old Matin Azizi Yaran and people he thought were fellow ISIS supporters. Those contacts were actually undercover FBI employees. However, police documents don't reveal how they connected, but former ATF special agent turned security consultant Hector Tarango believes Azizi likely drew attention to himself by interacting with people on known ISIS websites and chat rooms. How do you feel? Azizi actually denied his plans of carrying out this attack at the Stonebriar Mall, which is in Frisco, guys. So this could have happened right back door to us. Shout out to the FBI for doing what they should have done when all the other ones were on the FBI radar. Why couldn't this be done? Neither here nor there. Maybe now they're learning to look for certain things. I'm proud of them for catching this. But how do you feel now? Now he's in jail. He has a $3 million bond. It's possible he could get out. What do we do when he gets out?
Send him to rehab or something? I really don't know.
How you going to rehab somebody?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. Like, you can't. If he didn't do anything yet, so like.
So we're just going to wait around?
I mean, you just because I think about doing a crime doesn't mean that I should go to jail for actually thinking about doing a crime. So, I'm just saying, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying, like, I don't know what we could do because he didn't actually commit a crime, or maybe he did.
He did commit a crime.
So
what, treason?
That's why he's in jail.
How did he get caught?
The FBI.
The FBI.
No, I mean, what did he do for the FBI?
He was chatting in chat rooms.
They were posing as like ISIS members and shit.
And he was, they proved, they were able to because he was corresponding, I guess that's the right word, with FBI agents who were acting undercover. He actually sent $1,400 to the undercover agents he recruited so they could buy the armed ammunition and bulletproof gear for him. Then on April 14th, he met with one of the undercover officers at a hotel near Stonebriar. And then guess what they did? With the undercover FBI agent, him and the undercover went to Stonebriar Mall to stage it out. He did all this with undercover FBI agents. So he can deny that he wasn't going to carry out this plan. But, dude, you went and scouted out the damn mall with an FBI
agent.
undercover.
I mean, I feel that.
So now when he gets out, because I'm sure from what I hear, he comes from a wealthy family. So I'm sure they are eventually going to bond him out, right? What do we do then? Like, what needs to happen? Because how do we know that when he gets out, he's not even more pissed off and going to carry out this act? Like,
well, what we do know is, like, now he's on their radar. Like he was on their radar then, but like he's one of the ones where if he talks on a phone, like they're gonna have all types of software looking out, trying to get to him. I mean, and that's if he gets out, if his parents bond him out and everything like that. But it is really nothing you can do if he makes bail, because that's the justice system. I mean,
well, if he makes bail, he still will have to go to court and trial or what have you. I would suggest that he be on house arrest, phones be wired. I mean, I think we've had enough attacks and massacres happen to where this situation where we were able to catch him, now going forward, we can't drop the ball because we did this and then he bonded out and then just about it. No, this guy, this teenager needs to be closely watched at all times.
And isn't this, well, I don't know all the details, but it sounds kind of close to being entrapment by the FBI as well. So.
I wouldn't say entrapment, because I mean, you gotta look at the details of what they type to each other. You know what I'm saying? As far as, because entrapment, I guess you could see it in there, but it's not. I don't feel like they would entrap him like that.
No, because he's actually
he went out looking for
ISIS website, so
he's not.
That's what that
they're
website
not contacting
is for.
him.
Yeah, it's not like you're in Pornhub chat room and talking about ISIS. Like you're in the ISIS website where people who are a part of ISIS normally chat. So.
Right, and I understand that, but my thing is, if I'm the FBI and I'm just sitting in the chat site waiting for somebody to say the wrong thing or the right thing, and then they say it, and then I then pursue to see what this dude is all about.
That's what needs to be done.
But that's kind of entrapment to
me. No, that's
Not
well,
at
if
all.
you want to call it entrapment,
that's called
entrap them motherfuckers.
That's called undercover work.
Well, if you want to be undercover, I would rather you be covert with it and just violate my rights and listen to me talk to somebody else, do these things, and then catch me by myself.
You would rather your rights be violated?
Because then if his rights are violated and then it could be you can't prosecute him.
Right, so they got to be sneaky and violate your rights.
Sneaky. No, they were diligent.
Well,
I mean, it was kind of sneaky too. I mean, but
that's the FBI. Everything they do is sneaky.
Like, how many CIA and FBI agents have you met? See what I'm saying?
One that I know of.
I met a few, and once I said something about them being FBI, because they all had the same card, when I went to the back, came right back, all of them were gone. All of them, as soon as I mentioned it. Like, they were all gone, fam. Like, they don't want you to know who they are. They don't want you to know who they are. That's why they operate well.
And they probably play, I'm sure they play a good role at being undercover, because you actually went to a mall with this guy. Like, you roll in the car with an undercover FBI. I mean. Come on, now.
That's what I mean. As an FBI agent, that's almost like smoking weed with the drug dealer before I bust them.
That's how it has to be done.
How is that entrapment, though?
That's not entrapment.
That's just good acting.
Well, if I give you the ability to do, or if I'm aiding you with whatever you're trying to do, then I'm an accessory then.
But would you have rather it been undercover FBI agent that he's trying to carry this act out with versus someone who really was a part of ISIS and then the attack would have really happened?
Well, of course, I would rather somebody prevent the incident from happening. But my thing is, why don't you just listen to him, set this up with somebody else, and then get them before they actually do it? Don't help him. Don't act like you're gonna help him.
That's
do
entrapping
this.
if you're gonna set him up with somebody else.
I would rather you do that.
No, because what if you slip? What if a ball slips through the crack and he is able to carry out that?
I mean, then that's your fault.
You know what?
We
do not have pay files on our show.
No. I think the FBI did very well at
at
this situation. Like,
Get
and
two
normally
bombers
the behavior
together.
of these people who carry out these attacks and things like that, there's things that they've seen previously, the FBI specifically, that they did not get a hold to in time enough where the attack did happen and several people were killed. So this is a prime example. Whatever they did in this situation needs to be done more frequently with other people that are on their radar. And that might be what's happening, because for it to be this close to home and the FBI stopped someone from shooting up a mall. I have tons of friends who go to Stonebriar Mall in Frisco because they live out there. So what if this attack would have happened and I have friends who go and shop and boost out of there and all that shit?
Wait.
I'm just saying.
Why you incriminating people?
I didn't say names. I just said I have.
But now they're gonna look at your friends list.
Boost. No, you can't tell who my friends are that boost. No. So I mean, hey, thank you for saving my friend's life.
I was just gonna say I appreciate it, because I remember a few years back the FBI did the same thing with this guy in Dallas who was trying to blow up the parking garage of a building which was under the building, which ultimately would have led to the building falling. So, shit like that, I'm proud to hear. Like,
yeah, that makes me really happy.
That's when you that's when you acknowledge the police and shit like that for real. Not just for what they've been doing and shit to black people in the community, but for saving us from shit like that.
It reminds me of an episode of First 48 where the majority of the time on the First 48, the suspect or the criminal tells on themselves. That's what this reminds me of. So it's just like, I'm just waiting for somebody to say, hey, I'm gonna go blow up a mall in Frisco, and I say, okay, I'm gonna help you do it, and then I end up arresting them. I don't know. It's kind of sneaky to me.
It's not a friend. You don't even know the person. You met the person online. All you know is that y'all are supposed to be ISIS brothers or something like that. Like
that's dumb on the suspect's part for trying to trust anybody in a chat room to go and carry out an act like that. Like, act on your own.
But
dude.
I mean, that's kind of how they got to do it, because they can't say, hey, ISIS meeting at City Hall 3:30. Like, they can't do no shit like that. So they got to try to find sneaky ass ways to do it.
All right, shout out to Koya Love. Thank you, Koya. She says they probably already tapped his lines. Yeah, they probably. I don't think that they'll drop the ball on this guy. And hell yeah, you got to get up close and personal. You are definitely right. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
You already know you listening to The Block with your boy Black on VillaCoolRadio.com.
A positive vibe will push you to truly strive, push you. A positive vibe will push you to truly strive, push you beyond the limits you set for yourself inside. Positive thinking complete with positive word. The brokenness in the hood, me and you must repair. My only enemy is negative energy. It's like a sickness, but PVO is the remedy. We stay awoke and never ignore the obvious. I'm selling hope. When you see me, you know it's positive.
Good afternoon, hustlers. It's your boy Roger Rose. Be sure to check out Roger's Logic album review every Friday live from 1 to 2 on Facebook.com on the Hip Hop Across the Board fan page. You can also check it out on VillaCoolerRadio.com. You can also check that thing out on YouTube. We about to dig into these Dallas albums, and we're gonna rate them a 5-mic scale. Shit's about to get real interesting. Holla at your boy.
Hey guys, it's your girl Stefani Love from the Bloc. Be sure to catch me and my co-host Blizzity Black every Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Catch us live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and also your one and only VillaCoolerRadio.com. Every week, we're sure to provide you with raw, hilarious, and uncut discussions, and also exclusive interviews from local artists. Class is now dismissed. That was good.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, I've got a fashion insider for all my ladies who know the importance of accessorizing their attire. And even for my fellas out there balling on a budget but still want their woman looking lovely. Let's be real, even the costume gotta be cute and on point, right? Well, Paparazzi Accessories got you covered. With an assortment of durable, nickel and lead-free, aesthetically appealing to the eye, rings, necklaces.
You're listening to The Bloc with your girl Stefani Love on VillaCoolerRadio.com. All right, guys, you're listening to The Bloc. No, I'm just
I was like, didn't I just hear that?
Right? Thanks. Shout out to super producer Cam King for that commercial. That was dope. Yeah. All right, guys. So Gigi Hadid. Gigi Hadid is a hot young model who's very relevant in the modeling industry. But Gigi Hadid is getting backlash right now from many of her fans after she is perceived to be in her blackface on the new cover of Vogue Italia. But she is not taking any of the blame. Gigi did post a statement in reaction to tons of backlash that she and Vogue received on Thursday after she was featured on the magazine's May 2018 cover, saying she had no creative control of the shoot, including whatever happened to the photo later in editing. Gigi and Vogue got a similar reaction with another Vogue Italia cover back in 2015 when she was photographed rocking an Afro wig while she proudly posted Thursday the new cover online. So internet has been taking her down. Her statement that she came out with was heart-wrenching. I wanted to read it, but it was a little lengthy and we don't have enough time, but you can go on my page because I did share it. But it was the best statement that anyone who might possibly, whether they agreed or not, offended any type of culture. The way that she's only 18 years old, the way she responded was outstanding. I was there for it. I felt like she was sincere about it. And I gave her a pass because at first I was feeling some type of way. I'm just going to let you know. So Black, some people are saying she doesn't want to, she's saying that she's not going to take the blame because she had no control of the creativity in that shoot, and whatever happened after she left was she said that she leaves immediately when the shoot is over. She doesn't stay for the photos to be edited. She doesn't do any of that. She's just paid for the gig. She does her job and she's gone. But people are saying that Gigi could have done more because she could have just opted out to not do the photo shoot. But hey,
so
I have an opinion about
she
that.
Know?
She knew what it was going to be about, and she did do this already in 2015.
Right.
It kind of got the same response. So they're saying that because you didn't get a good response in 2015, why would you make the same mistake again? But then the girl gotta live. She has a luxury lifestyle, and if she was to turn down any type of job just based on how we feel, she wouldn't be who she is.
See, and I feel that. Blackface should bother me a lot more than it does. I'll say that. So with me on this subject, get your money, get your paper, get your, you know what I'm saying? Like she came out with a statement saying she wasn't trying to offend anyone, this, that, and the other. And I do feel like it's a lot of people that are reaching at this point. And not saying that people are reaching on this, but I do feel like there's a lot of people who are reaching, who are taking things out of context that shouldn't be taken out of context. And I feel like she said, she wasn't involved with the creation. She wasn't involved with the editing afterwards. She was just the model that was called, and she came and did what she needed to do and dipped.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds. It sounds good.
If anybody should get any backlash, I think it should be the magazine
Vogue
itself, because they're the ones responsible for the creativity control in that shoot, and they should have been more sensitive to the needs of the people who may even purchase that magazine, who may be a black person, who knows. So if anything, that's who Vogue should get the backlash from it. But I want to put ourselves in a scenario. I'm never, ever, ever, and I hope I ever don't. I hope I never do have to be put in a situation like this. But what if you're out, you have a white friend, or maybe not even a friend, but you're attending a gathering or something, and a white person in general, wants to be funny and comical, and they show up with blackface. What's going to be your reaction? And if you have a friend who's like, oh, he always does that, he's just funny, are you gonna blame the friend for that? Are you gonna make your friend take the blame, or are you gonna go solely after the person who came and showed up with the blackface?
I don't know. Like I told you, I really feel like I should feel more strongly against blackface than I do, but it doesn't bother me as much as I feel like it should.
I don't think it happens enough to bother.
Okay, so if there was a white guy who came in and he just started saying, look at all these monkeys and niggers, okay, we got a problem then, because I am offended by that. That offends me. Whereas blackface doesn't really offend me so much. I mean,
I don't think it offends you because we don't see it happen.
I mean, and that might be the case.
I think that's the case. I think that if it was to happen, you would feel some type of way. Now, I may give someone a pass if it's something like Halloween.
But my thing is okay, if blackface should offend me, should mimes offend white people?
No, because you're black. What else you gonna be?
No, I'm saying mimes. If I was a mime and I had my face painted white, should that offend white people?
No, because if you're putting a title that you're a mime, we know that whatever color you are, white, black, Mexican, blue, red, pink, if you're miming or doing anything like that, your face has to be what? White, because mime's face are white.
It can be a black mime. You want to be hypothetical. We're being realistic. But if I was to show up in a peach face, neck peach, hands peach, but I'm a black girl, I would say it would be okay for a white person to be offended. Oh, so basically what you're saying is white people should be offended by white chicks and black people should be offended by Tropic Thunder.
If they want to.
Because you had two black males playing two white chicks, then you have in Tropic Thunder. I'm sorry, in Tropic Thunder you have Robert Downey Jr. playing a black guy.
But see, those are different because those are paid gigs. I'm not gonna turn down a job that's paying me millions of dollars to play a role that I'm just doing a job. That's not how I feel. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but at the end of the day, my family gotta eat. And my family has a lifestyle. And if that's the role that I am getting paid for, I'm going to play that role well. Now, if I'm just attending a regular event and that's not required of me, I'm not going to be insensitive.
See, this is what Kanye talking about. You just do anything for money, huh? Don't answer that question. Don't answer that question. I really feel you.
Money makes you do some strange things.
Do something strange for a little piece of change. But I really feel you on that this is not how I feel. I'm just trying to make my money, and that's exactly what I feel like Tiffany Haddish was doing. So,
But
you know,
it's not Tiffany Haddish.
I mean, not
it's
Tiffany
Gigi
Haddish.
Hadid.
I was definitely in the wrong
Gigi
segment,
Hadid.
huh?
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into some social media trolling.
Man, you ain't nothing but a social media stalker.
Are you surfing or are you trolling? All right, so this week's on social media trolling. I just had to talk about this. We're going to talk about our boy Snoop Dogg. Yeah, there was a photo that was put out by Baller Alert this week. Snoop Dogg is into getting healthy, getting fit. So he has started a workout program, and after his first days, a photo of him after 6 days of being on a workout plan, he wanted to show his results. And they posted his picture. The particular question was asked, was he a snack or a meal?
The internet is undefeated.
And the internet, I'm just done with the internet. I wanted to let you know some of the comments that were made. I don't know. Okay, so we're going to get the picture put up for those who have not seen it. But when they posted this picture of Snoop Dogg saying snack or meal, and you had to pick whether he was a snack or a meal, some of the comments are, he's the toothpick after the meal. Put your clothes on, Unc. Bone, 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 bone in my Bone Thugs and Harmony voice. Someone also commented for just 10 cents a day. Someone also said he needs a snack and a meal. I like this one. This one was my favorite. It's a wheat thin.
It's a wheat thin.
Yeah,
it was another one that said, I think it's in that same post that you got, said he looked like the worms that be drinking coffee on Men in Black.
Yes.
One of them said he looked like an appetizer, which I didn't feel like was too funny because, like, I feel like a snack is like some chips and shit.
Someone also said he looks like the corner of a paper brown bag. Someone said he looks like a vegan snack. Somebody said hospital food. And someone said he looks like those things that would talk and drink coffee and Men in Black. That's the one you were talking about. So Snoop Dogg, dude. And Snoop Dogg, let me tell y'all something else. Another social media. Snoop Dogg also has, I don't know if some of y'all have rode in your car and heard a particular commercial, but Snoop Dogg does a male enhancement commercial now too about, enhancing your, what is it?
Libido?
What do they call it? Erectile dysfunction.
Oh.
ED.
Yeah.
Erectile
So he is the spokesperson for a pill or a content for erectile dysfunction. So maybe he's working out because he has a little ED.
I heard that, but it was also to boost your testosterone
to boost
too.
your testosterone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Snoop probably is just getting old, and these are going to be the type of ads. When some actors and stuff get old, they start doing like Depend ads and erectile dysfunction. So hey, you evolve with your age.
It's Uncle Snoop. Uncle Snoop,
Snoop
look,
can do anything,
I'm
right?
not mad at you, dog, for putting your progression out like that. Look, from skinny nigga to skinny nigga, do your thing, get your gains, eat your food, eat your protein, get in shape and show these niggas they talking shit about how your body looking all skinny and shit. Show them in a few. That nigga gonna be the next. He gonna be the 50 Cent dog.
Snoop went from Martha Stewart, cooking with Martha Stewart, to a gospel album, #1, to erectile dysfunction commercial, and now he has turned into a wheat thin.
Oh
and
man,
that is.
But his trainer bad though.
Is what?
His trainer bad. You didn't watch the video?
Nah.
Well, that just is a testament to his. Shouts out to Snoop D-double-O-G.
D-O-double-G. All right, guys, and that was your social media trolling.
Listen.
You are.
I'm gonna hit the right one.
Going into it.
Man, you ain't nothing but a social media stalker.
Are you surfing or are you trolling? It's just the video. We don't know your name.
By J Champ. Check it out. What did I do?
Just go ahead. It ain't about J Champ.
Watch the video. Oh, there we go. K-Lu. Hey, I wasn't impromptu. I'm sorry. We live. Technical difficulties.
Shouts out to K-Lu.
My excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Here we go again. Nah, for real, man. Y'all ever think about that shit like what we here for? It's money, nigga. Why the fuck you can't see that, man? You always act like there has to be something else to this shit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, is you a homeowner? Nah, what the fuck you be talking about, man? Money. Everybody got money, man. So what you gonna do with dope? You niggas got dope. We got dope. Everybody got dope. Fucking crazy, yo.
Yeah. Right. Right. Look. Okay. Right. 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 Peep game. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. That paint where we just let it glow. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. On that third coast, nigga, we move slow. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Right. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. Where my lighter at, man? Right. Yeah. Trying to get my fetty tight. Yeah. That stove top with them breadcrumbs. Yeah. We was posted out Ferguson. Yeah. Doubling it up, trying to get a son. Yeah. With my gas tank, I'm fuck it. Right. My attitude was fuck it. Look, OG, we stuff it, and on these haters, we stay ducking now. Yeah. If they convo right, we can talk numbers. Lock it down, 2-man numbers. Look, hit the iron, now I'm in the sauna. Now I'm back on the grind, just running numbers. Yeah. No talking, homie, just all action. Boss shit, nigga, you know what's happening. Yeah. When I'm on the low, that equal stacking. Behind a bitch, I ain't never slacking. Right. Took a loss, but I got that back. Real hustlers gon' make that back. Hit the yo, and I'ma drop that crack. Lead the block, and I make that stack. That shit you chop is terrible, unacceptable. Plain trash, headset, garbage bag, etc. Nigga, all of that. Yeah. That shit don't knock, we ain't dropping that. I got a southern flow with western swag. 180 hustlers on my dash. Yeah. Dope man is on when I smash the gas. With them trees lit with my game tight. Got a 50 here with a cold Sprite. And hating ass niggas we never see. I'm 10 toes down, homie, obviously. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. If that paint where we just let it glow. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Right. On that third coast, nigga, we move slow. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Where my lighter at, man? Right. Yeah. Smoke something what you thought it was. DIY my own buzz. Lyrical content, substance use. Niggas playing games like Duck Duck Goose. Nurse around like Dr. Seuss. Yeah. Cat in the head with them weak ass bars. Indica, not cookie jar. We fired up and take off tomorrow. Yeah. This traffic ain't flowing with lace the bars. Right. It might be too dope for the radio. Yeah. But I'm kiss ass, I ain't trying to brag, and I'm a street nigga, that's all I know. Yeah. Paint the picture, Michelangelo. Right. We'll go to topics when we lace the code. Right. Swinging off that jungle west where intersect through Buckner Road. Yeah. Thick thoughts and hustle niggas. Plenty of pimping and drug dealing. Shit from my hood to your neighborhood, man, it's damn near just the same, my nigga. Yeah. Coming up making power moves. Look. Nino Brown with these dope lyrics. Shoot it right up through their veins. Make sure motherfucker gon' feel it. Off the top, I'ma make it kill it. The wordplay, nigga, I'm dope. Then only run with niggas trying to make a million. Screws McDuck stacking to the ceiling. With them trees lit with my game tight. Got a 50 here with a cold Sprite. And hating ass niggas we never see. I'm 10 toes down, homie, obviously. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Right. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. If that paint where we just let it glow. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. On that third coast, nigga, we move slow. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Yeah. Yeah. And that's boss talk how we spit the flow. Where my lighter at, man? Yeah. Yeah. Let that bitch bang. Right. Yeah. What? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What's up? We're back, and I'm Black, and it's time for Black is Talking. I ain't even gonna give y'all the pleasure today of hearing my drop on the Black is Talking. You know why? Because I'm talking, and I'm already talking. You know what I'm talking about? No. I'm talking about, look, women. I love y'all. I love y'all. Oh, I love me some women. Women are so beautiful, but y'all gotta stop tripping on small shit. I'm not talking to all women, so Stefani Love, please don't run down my throat. But I saw a post on someone's page talking about how women dress a certain way and get disrespected or get treated according to their dress. And the question was posed like, what about the women who don't dress that way? Let me first address the women who dress provocatively. Sometimes it's sexy. Sometimes it is. There's a thin line between sexy and nasty too, though. Like, I as much as I love to see a cooch print, like, I don't need to feel like your cooch can't breathe because your pants are that tight and that pulled up that you want me to see your cooch print. Sometimes it just looks nasty.
And
just fucking looks nasty.
Sometimes
but,
it's not really healthy either.
And it looks like a yeast infection waiting to happen.
Yes, sir.
And so, like, I get it. If you got on some leggings or something, you just got them pulled up and it just happened to fall into the right creases, okay, that makes sense. But when you got jeans on and I can see the little lining of the jean to go right there, that whole going straight through your cooch and then up through your butt. It just looks uncomfortable, and it looks like you probably gonna stink when you take the shit off because it's so tight that it's probably sweating. And sweaty pussy is like, anyway. So there's that. But to the women who do dress accordingly and still get approached the way they do, you can't really help that. That's just people not knowing their limits or being disrespectful type shit. Usually the way you carry yourself is the way you get approached. But then you also have some knuckleheads that'll approach you, off the cuff, when even though you look like you got your shit together, but they just think you're a sexy chick, so they wanna holler at you, and they don't necessarily, sometimes they don't know they being disrespectful, and sometimes they just don't care. So
women have to watch how they dress.
No, that is that's what they said on post, and that is not what I'm saying. That is not what I'm saying. It is a two-way street. You dress how you want to be. Like if you go out and you are dressed in small ass shorts with a super small ass halter top, and you expect to get approached like respectfully, like it's not saying that you shouldn't be, but like you're putting off, hey, I'm sexy and I know it, and
that's it.
Sex symbols usually equals sex, or that one person wants sex, so like that's how you're gonna get approached. But if you dress like, hey, I'm gonna be classy, I'm gonna look sexy, but I'm gonna look classy too, like you'll probably be approached.
Now we have a dress code.
Oh my gosh, y'all do not have a dress code. I did not say that. I'm just saying, like, what you wear can attract a different type of person. That's really what I'm saying, and that you don't have to watch how you dress, but don't complain about how somebody approaches you if you dress like that. That's it. I mean, not saying you gotta wear what you want to wear. You ain't gotta wear nothing. But understand, if you wear nothing to the club, nigga about to treat you like nothing. Just saying. And that was Black is Talking. And
the streets
now,
are talking.
Sister Love. You didn't like that last week when I said that, Sister Love. Why not?
I'm not a sister.
You are a sister. Black power. Wakanda forever.
Sister Love, like church girl. I am a church girl.
So you don't want to be associated with the church.
That's old to me. Sister, I'm not old.
How's that? I didn't call you.
Would you like me to walk around and be like, Brother Black? Brother Black.
That is old.
That's like insulting when you call me a sister like that.
Like,
I
call me
could
Brother
say,
Reed.
hey, sister, you're pretty. But Sister Love, like,
I'm
who
gonna
does
tell you
that?
how old.
Hello in your church announcements.
My grandmother just had her 90th birthday 2 days ago.
Happy belated birthday.
Already. Happy belated birthday, grandmama. And her nickname is Sister.
See?
That's not old.
I don't
Y'all,
like it.
y'all
That
making
is-
it.
oh, yeah.
No,
Okay, so
no.
I'm gonna start walking around calling you Brother Black.
And I'm okay with that.
Well, I'm not, though.
You don't feel like we're brother and sister?
No, because I don't walk around calling people brother Jones.
Well,
and
I didn't-
only when I go to church.
It's not like I
And-
said Deaconess Love,
Well, I'm well, you about this close.
First Lady
You
Love.
about that close to it. Like next, I don't know if you're gonna call me Sister Love that does the announcements on Sundays or what. Like
Sister Love, can you get into the next topic?
Okay, fuck you. All right, guys. Next topic. I don't even know what the next topic is, but the next topic
It's about the Brinks truck,
The
man.
Brinks truck.
Yeah.
Where were you when the Brinks truck spilled $600,000 in cash on the Indiana highway? That would be
Not in the right place.
I don't even know if I would think enough to stop my car and put it in park.
Put
I
that
probably
bitch in
just
park.
open the door and roll out.
Duck and roll, Grandma.
So, as much as we all hate the morning rush hour traffic, I'm sure we all wouldn't have mind if this happened on our morning commute. An armored Brinks truck spilled money for days all over the highway in Indianapolis. The truck's back door swung open and the cash started flying everywhere. People were seen jumping over fences from the adjacent neighborhood to stuff their pockets with the cash. Even though the money went flying all over the place and people were running to get it, it is still considered theft. Police are currently looking for a school bus driver who stopped to grab a little bit of cash, and they're also looking for 4 individuals.
school bus driver?
A school bus driver,
I have
bro.
questions about that. They're also looking for 4 individuals in a white truck who made it off with one of the bags. And on the bright side, police promise that if the money is returned, everything will be fine. I don't know how much of that I believe. Just like the FBI agent, they probably would, but just like the FBI agent set up, oh boy, and it was an entrapment.
Man.
I don't know. Now, Black, if you were one of the ones who was able, if you was a school bus driver driving the kids to school, and you stop and pick up the cash and then you just turn it in, you ain't gonna be in trouble. Out of the bus
You hear
to
me?
pick up the cash. I don't know shit.
What? I was driving that day.
truck?
I was driving that day.
Where was I at? I think I was off.
I think I
on
was
that day.
sick.
And I have a question for the school bus driver. These are questions I want to know.
Oh.
Was there kids
I
on the
knew
bus?
that was the number one. I knew it was.
But then it would make it even bad. Deal. Were you supposed to be getting kids to school? Like you're on your way to the bus stop
Hey,
and you
fam.
chose to stop?
They tardy today.
You tardy today.
They might not even make
We're going
it.
to McDonald's.
They might not even make it. It might just say, hey, y'all don't say
Fuck
shit.
it.
I got McDonald's on deck. We about to have a good ass time. Fuck this.
Field trip and all. Don't say
What?
shit.
Hey, but no, like shit, I know it's a crime, and I'm not gonna say that I would take the money. I'm not gonna say I would give it back either. That is unfortunate for Brinks. And the crazy part is just thinking about it, thinking about taking the money. If it was that early in the morning, they were probably delivering money, which could mean that the serial numbers would be, accounted for when they're delivering money. Now, picking up the money, totally different story, because stores are not.
It has to be loaded into vaults.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit to
they
be
not gonna.
tracked.
I mean, but
Yeah.
if it was new money, I might be in some trouble. If it was some old money, fam, if you got the money, check and see if it got a wrinkle on it. If it got a wrinkle on it, it's probably safe. If it's straight, you might want to leave it alone and give it
Yeah.
back. But I don't know if I would trust them talking about.
I think what I would do is like go to one of them little small check cashing stores and say, hey, can you give me ones? And then like give them
Say-
the theft money and give me.
I'm about to watch the shit out of that. Especially if it was 100, go straight to the strip club. I'm
Yep,
talking about at noon. At noon, I'm in the strip club playing pool with
I'm
the
finna get
strippers
rid of
while they
this
butt
shit
naked.
real quick.
Like, hey, let me get change for that 100. I throw a few. I throw a few 100 give to the needy. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna get that off my
yeah,
hands.
let me go ahead and watch that. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
And funny you bring up the strip club. I got a funny story real quick.
Cam been active today.
A couple of Decembers ago, it was my brother's birthday. So we go to the strip club for his birthday. We leave the strip club. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. So anybody that knows the layout of DG's and Onyx, I don't know if
DG's got a new layout now.
Okay, but you know Onyx is behind there, and you
Right.
have to go in front of DG's when you get
Right.
to the freeway.
Mhm.
So we leaving Onyx, going in front of DG's. It's windy, December, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm driving, my brother's in the passenger seat, and all of a sudden I see like some dust or some trash like blowing in the road. Closer I get, I notice it's money.
Ooh, shit.
Apparently somebody, a stripper, done dropped their money, and it's blowing all across the street. And I pull up right as it's happening, but there's no female, it's just money blowing. So I pull over, and me and my brother just started grabbing money.
There is a God.
The only thing is, it was all ones.
That's okay with me.
Hey, look.
Money.
Let me tell you the way my life is set up right now.
$2.
That
is
could have
fine.
been. That shit could have been all pennies in these bitches.
I'm picking that bitch.
All cigarettes, all Budweiser's falling out the sky. I'm grabbing it, fam.
I ended up with about $110.
Oh, see, yeah, that's a.
So
You done got your money back.
$100 and you walk out and the money just falling out the sky.
And I went back, like, I went to work the next day, had to go past DG's on the highway.
And you felt bad?
I went back over there
To check.
During the day.
It was dark, so we couldn't see everything. It
Right.
was blowing everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like some wood, some grass, like on the other side
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
street.
yeah.
I picked up about $5 more over there.
About $5 more. Hey, shit, that was a lunch, nigga. That was a $5 foot long in that bit.
Yeah, I think I had like 120, and the rest was like.
And you say this was about how long ago?
About
Oh, so
had to
all
be
the
2-3
money
years
probably
ago.
gone now.
Yeah.
You was gonna go back.
Take a trip.
Yeah.
See if there- yeah.
But not like the right thing would be to give the money back.
Yeah, right.
But if
you
I
know,
got away with it and you don't know who I am,
yeah, hey fam, I'm sorry. Like,
I'm sorry.
The government be fucking us out of so much money, and then when they lose some money, they
I was
want
at the right place
tax
at
it
the
to
right
you.
time.
Say, fam, let's
So-
go ahead and Stephanie, you want a Lambo?
Yep.
Shit, we can get some. Fuck it.
Let me get me an armored truck.
You gonna get you one? Just for you to drive around?
That's it.
I don't think that would be a smart decision. Cause like that's a lot of gas. That's a big ass, heavy ass truck.
Okay, guys, hustler of the week. Some days I'm humble.
Some days I struggle.
Every day I hustle.
Bloc's hustler of the week.
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
All right, guys. So this week's Hustler of the Week, we haven't done Hustler of the Week for a couple of weeks, but we're going to go ahead and shout our boy out, J Champ, again, who was just here with us on the show not too long ago. J Champ is our Hustler of the Week. We played a couple of his songs. Go and check out our live stream later on to grab some of those and tune in and listen. He also gave some information about a daiquiri that he has at Daiquiri Daddy's in Fort Worth off of Hewlin. You can go check that out. He is today at Jenny's in Fort Worth giving away cups, hats, T-shirts, CDs, all that. So y'all go check him out at Jenny's in Fort Worth. And then also at Daiquiri Daddy's, you can check out his daiquiri drink in Hewlin, off of Hewlin in Fort Worth. So shout out to J Champ, who is our Hustler of the Week.
Some days I'm humble. Some days I struggle.
Every day I hustle.
The Bloc's hustler of the week.
How many?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Hey guys, I had an important announcement. I know we talked a couple of times about the Lime bikes, but we were having a conversation here at the studio. Shout out to Ebony for bringing this information up to me about the Lime bikes. I want to tell my black men in specific to be careful when you're driving the Lime bikes. Ebony said that the other day she was looking out the window here, right, Ebony? And there was a guy, a black guy, riding on a Lime bike, and out of nowhere, 5 policemen pulled up to stop him on the Lime bike. 5 policemen had to pull up on a black man on a Lime bike to tell him you need to get off that bike and things like that. So just be careful when you're out there riding on those Lime bikes, getting free rides. You don't want 5 policemen pulling up on you. I just thought that I'd let you guys know that.
Wait, I have a question. Yes. I have a question. You telling me that 5 police officers pulled up on a black man riding, let's say, $150, $200 Lime bike?
Probably not even that.
I'm just saying that because of the GPS technology.
And let's be clear, it was probably 7 or 8 at least cops out
over a bike.
Hey, I don't know what it was for.
Listen, this is like new what they're gonna start charging with. You get caught on Lime bike and you got the lock.
Grand Theft Auto.
No, not Grand. It ain't quite Grand Theft, but it's a certain theft level based on that thing because you're technically in receiving or in possession of stolen property.
Yeah.
The minute that lock is broke.
So I just wanted to let you guys know that anytime I find out some information about Lime bikes, I am going to be sure to let you know because it is an epidemic here in our hoods. I say boycott all Lime bikes.
And don't forget, I did get that tidbit, that little piece of information that they got cameras in them as well. When they're taking pictures of the hood.
Taking pictures of the hood.
Taking pictures of the hood. Black, you got anything else? Oh, I'm sorry.
So, okay, am I being a conspiracy theorist if I say they planted those Lime bikes knowing damn well that the locks was going to be broken just so that they can kind of surveil put surveillance on the hood when they can't come in they squad cars or regular cars and they can see what's going on with the Lime bike?
It's logical. It's logical.
Okay. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, though, but I just thought I'd put that out there real quick.
I don't think it's a conspiracy. I just think that they, their thought process on where they put the bikes, but then that would have kind of like been discrimination if they didn't put it in certain neighborhoods because they thought, so I don't even think that if they have cameras on that bike, I think that it's appropriate because, I mean, wouldn't you need to kind of like know where the bike is? But it has
why you
a
have GPS.
Well, I don't.
And even that's too much.
I can't say that it would be a conspiracy. I just don't think the thought process in putting these bikes out was thoroughly thought through. I just don't.
Hey, it was a way to make money, real,
But it was when you're putting them in neighborhoods that are below poverty level. Like, I hate to say it, but how many people out here really have, and they probably do have access to like debit cards and stuff like that, but to just use it on a bike, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have more homeless people and drug addicts out here. So the bikes were going to get destroyed and tampered with out here because the access to the funds for a Lime bike is not like it would be available in Highland Park or over by Parkland or,
But at the same time, think about it like this. When I first learned about the Lime bikes, I had never seen them in any of the hoods that I was in. Like, the only time I saw them was after that first show that we did it, and it was all like downtown, uptown area when I saw it. You must
not been going to the hood because I've seen them in the hood. I've seen them in trees.
No. I'm saying like the first time you had brought it up to me, and then after that I started seeing them. So maybe the company figured this out and knew like eventually the bikes get stolen, but if we put them in the rich areas and then spread them out to the rural areas, we'll get our money's worth out of the bikes and get a profit out of them. And now we can expand on a bigger scale as to, hey, police, you want this information? Here you go. Like, I don't know. Like I just feel like it might have been thought out and strategically planned that way.
Shouts out to Vicious real quick. He says bait bite, like the bait cars.
And that is a good point that you brought up, because when I first saw him, we had the conversation at work, and then the next Saturday I brought him up. And there is a show where it's about bait bikes, and people hop on the bait bikes, and then the police pulls up immediately to tell them, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So that's what we thought they were, and I was coming to the show to tell y'all, don't get on those bikes. So there you have it. Be careful on the line bikes. We saw them driving on the freeway this week, all that. So just be careful, guys, when you're trying to get from one place to the other. But we had a great show today.
I was so confused by you saying that.
What?
You saw on the highway.
On the highway on a line bike.
Hey.
So line bike.
Line bike.
Okay.
That is a line bike.
Line bike.
He's on a line bike.
All right, guys. So that was a great show. I want to thank everyone for tuning in today. Shout out to Jay Champ. Shout out to super producer Cam King and all the behind the scenes people that make this shit happen. Guys, remember, no one called in for the free detailing, so I may just possibly pick a young lady later on. Be sure to download our free apps on iTunes, Amazon, and Google Play. Same place, same time, every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also on VillaCoolaRadio.com. Class is now dismissed.
Yay. You've been listening to The Block. If you miss any part of the show, you can catch us every weekday, or you can download the podcast on VillaCoolaRadio.com. School is over, and we out.